believe y'all are back for a third week in a row. I love it. I'm Sas and Pauline, your co-host, and with me here today is my partner in crime, Miss Pauline Ashley Wilkes. We're the girls here at TrueGritz, and we're so glad you stopped by. I understand we have some new viewers out there, and let me tell you, if you were here with us today, we give you a big old glass of sweet iced tea. Isn't that right?
We certainly would, Sas, with a slice of lemon and a sprig of fresh mint right out of the garden, served on a silver tray, of course.
Yes. That's at Pauline's house. At my house, it just comes in a Dixie cup.
Well, it tastes good that way, too. But let's move right on to our news of the week. The big news, of course, and garnering an unnecessary amount of publicity is that book written by that skinny hag, Ann Coulter. Now anybody can write a book. Even Millie the dog wrote a book, and Tammy Faye Baker wrote a book.
Tammy did, and I enjoyed that book. It was quite good.
Not bad, actually. Now, this book, I hear, is particularly vile and mean-spirited toward liberals. I, of course, won't be reading it. Will you, Sas?
Oh, no, you can guarantee that, Pauline. I do have a little bit of advice to Miss Ann, though. Is she just needs to get a little bit of fried food in her. I believe that would improve her figure and her attitude. Her attitude is so sour.
Yes, it's quite starved. You can't live on Tic Tacs alone on a book tour.
Let me tell you, girl, it takes a lot of fried food to maintain a figure like this.
Yes, well, let's move right on to news that actually is important in the world. Do you realize, Sas, that June of 2006 marks the glorious 70th anniversary of Peggy Mitchell's masterpiece, Gone with the Wind? A book that in its day was outsold only by the Bible.
Oh, my, Pauline, they love Jesus, but they love Gone with the Wind more.
I know. Jesus, Gone with the Wind. It is a bit of a toss-up, I must say, particularly for a Southerner.
Yes, at times it is. It most certainly is. You know, though, what I think is most interesting, Pauline, is your sort of unnatural fascination with Miss Peggy Mitchell.
Well, I don't find it a bit unnatural at all. After all, Miss Mitchell was a fine, outstanding Atlantan who was cut down in a tragic accident in her literary prime, quite close by on Peachtree and 14th
Pauline,
Street.
sweetheart, what you failed to mention is that on the anniversary of her death, you light candles and incense and camp out for the night.
Well, I don't find that a bit unnatural. Several other people do it with me as well. There's nothing wrong camping out on Peachtree Street on Peggy Mitchell's death date.
Well, why don't y'all just get together and just say, listen, Peggy Mitchell is also gone with the wind.
Yes, I suppose she is. But now I hear, Sas, there was a birthday party recently in the neighborhood.
Oh, girl, there was. It was so much fun. My little baby turned 2 years old. It was the finest get-together you could ever imagine.
Isn't that wonderful? 2 years old. I do hope, Sas, you had a pony for that darling child.
Girl, you know I had a pony. We had two ponies. We had a pony of Michelob Light and a pony of Schlitz.
Well, that's not exactly the kind of pony I had in mind. The darling child certainly deserves a little black and white spotted pony to ride around in.
Relax. Miss Danielle brought her donkey Nemo over, okay?
Nemo.
Yes, her donkey Nemo. So the adults had their ponies, the children had their little donkey, and we were all just having a fine time.
Yes, and I hear there was an incident regarding a beer cozy as well.
Ooh, there was a very serious incident involving a beer cozy. My good friend Sid Rutherford.
Fine Southern lady.
Yes, pampered chef consultant, the whole bit.
I do admire her so.
Yes, we all do.
Did she have monogram beer cozies?
Well, now I thought she might be calling about her monogram beer cozies because she does have that set. But what she called about was her Acme Oyster Bar beer cozy.
Oh dear.
She was afraid that she had lost it at the party. So she made a special call, quite flustered and in a panic, wanting to know if I had recovered that beer cozy from the party area. I reassured her I had. Now, I didn't know whose it was, but I did pick it up because it's just not right to leave a beer cozy laying around for just anybody to pick up. So I did ask her, though, the importance of this Acme Oyster Bar beer cozy, and she just said that they had gone out of business. So I guess she plans on eBaying it to all the people out there collecting Acme Oyster Bar beer cozies.
I have a little theory about this beer cozy, Sas. I do believe that Sid must have gotten lucky one night at the Acme Oyster Bar.
You know, Pauline, I think you're onto something.
And now it's time to welcome a new guest on TrueGritz. Ms. Savannah always knows just what to wear.
Today's letter reads, Dear Savannah, soon I will begin daily visits to the methadone clinic, and I am at a complete loss as to what to wear. Signed, Needle Free. Now, Personally, I have never attended a methadone clinic, so I went to the parking lot to stake it out and make sure we didn't make a fashion faux pas. The first thing I noticed was that those people are frightfully skinny, so wear something slimming to fit in. You could go with black, many do favor black, but I don't know, it just seems to say I am one bus stop away from the next heroin binge, if you know what I mean. So I would advise you to wear a little hopeful color, maybe some cheery red, a little orange or lemon yellow, or if your nerves are too raw for those bright colors, go with a healthy, hopeful spring green. Just remember, no matter what your situation, it is always appropriate to dress for success. I am so glad I could help. Bye now.
Interesting, I must say. What remarkable advice for those particularly tricky social situations.
Yes, and Pauline, you may find this surprising, but I find myself in a lot of tricky social situations quite often.
I don't find that surprising at all, Sas.
Yes, well, we sure are glad y'all stopped by this week, and we hope to see you again next week. Bye, y'all.
Goodbye, y'all.